I really want to talk to you about openness, and I guess the premise of these videos are and you're going to understand, for you to get more in tune with my transparency, my radical transparency, my openness, and then you'll understand what it means whenever I talk about passion and compassion and trust and integrity and care and respect is something that I'm really involved in. But right now, my whole life up to this point has been a learning process. But I've been I've been blessed and I've been fortunate to have a lovely home and have a lovely family and a structure that allows me to read and to pray and to fast and to get closer to God. And I'm learning, or I've written down a few of these ideas a few years ago in my notebooks, but these are like reoccurring themes that have been, I guess, brought in my life, and I've seen the parallels, and I'm attempting to triangulate everything. But you know, letting go, deconstructing the ego has been one of my biggest issues, and I'm starting to work on that, and that's pretty much where the incipience of this relaunch of Angels in Politics has come from. And you have to stay open, and that means cognitively flexible. But in order to be mentally flexible, I mean, it would help to be physically flexible too. So just getting into places where your body can fully receive that spiritual energy, the Lord's energy, the energy that the Lord has made through nature, through people. If your body is tight like mine is, then your muscles and your joints and everything kind of like restricts you, and it blocks your energy. Whether you believe in energy, or if you believe in chakras, or if you believe in your pelvic floor and how there might be some type of metaphorical or spiritual snake that's underneath at the base of your spine that holds a lot of your energy trapped and unlocked potential. Some people may call it Kundalini. Some people may call it the Holy Spirit. Some people may call it a lot of different things. There may be Kundalini and the Holy Spirit. But there's a lot of energy that you want to unlock, and you can't receive it if you're just so bombarded with every day, and your body can't just relax, and you can't get into a pigeon pose, and you can't get into a lotus seated position because your hips are screaming for you. Your psoas is so tight, and your psoas is telling you you're dealing with guilt. You're dealing with holding on to the past. You're dealing with things that you haven't forgiven yourself with. You're dealing with, you know, conversations and bitter disagreements and fallouts with colleagues and family members and friends and people who you haven't seen or spoken to in fucking years, and you're still holding on to it, and you're still going back and forth mentally. You had this fight in your head 10 times, 20 times over, 30 times over, with that same family member, with that same person who doesn't care about you, with that same job, or with that same boss, or with that same ex, or with that same spouse. That's in your body. That's in your chest. That's in your throat. That's between your eyes, and it's here. That's where your personality is. That's where your ego is. That's where your pride is. That's where all of that tension is, and that's preventing you from growing. That's preventing you from reaching and fully achieving. That's preventing you from starting that company, from starting that new relationship, from starting that journey to health and wellness. starting that journey into meditation, starting that journey into developing that new line, that new brand, developing that story, cultivating your own personal story, going to the local library whereby you can get a free local card and read those books, get into that knowledge. Like, that's what's preventing you. Open yourself up. I mean, you don't have to be like white collar goon type open. You don't have to be like radically open, but the more open you are, the more love you have to give, the more you clear out your vessel so you can receive love, so you can receive that spirit, so you can give more and more. And then you start to understand what it's like to be really angels and really be political and really to synthesize those, intertwine those, and live the best life that you can possibly, you know what I'm trying to say. Good.